Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Leguido's Chop Shop, second best gel blaster channel on the tube. Tonight, I guess it's all about Glocks. Got a bunch of Glocks here, and some of them have got issues, and some don't. And gonna be fixing them anyway. Talking about Glocks and upgrading them, all that sort of good stuff. I'll give Rude Dude a chance to get his first message in, and then we'll get started. Well, let's see. So I get a lot of crap from people talking about my live streams, how I'm not prepared enough when I do them, when I start them off. And I do take a little while to get going, but I mean that is obviously to get people in here. So, I tend to drag on a little bit at the start just to get things going so that people don't miss out on stuff. But hey, how long has the stream been live for? It's like I literally just started, so you got the notification. So here we are. Got some Glocks. Why the hell do you need 6 Glocks? Zombies? Kind of messes up the whole what do you call it, feng shui of it all, having 7 odd numbers. Maybe I'll swap this one out. I think this one's actually pretty good, so I'll just put that one aside. Move Dean's plug, put standard one back on your MP5. Yep, can do. Can do. Alright. Only good for 1 mag. Yeah, that's why I usually are you talking about like the longevity of the actual Glock? 1 mag and then they're broken? Pretty much. That's how it works, isn't it? So I got the varying Glocks here with varying degrees of brokenness. I don't actually know which ones are which, so I'm going to start with this one because I know this one is broken and I've already disassembled it, so go on with that. What do I think of the the Kublai? I've never seen it. I've never seen it in real life. I've only seen videos of it, and I mean, it looks cool. I don't know that we're gonna ever see it in Australia. I don't know. I could be wrong. Just the whole thing about a gas blowback kind of, to me, says that yeah, I think it smells too much like illegal to me. But if anyone's ever had a Glock before and pulled on the trigger too hard, you may have noticed that this little button in here, when you pull the trigger, the trigger just smashes that button out of the way. Let's see. Can I get a close up? So what happens is this little trigger in here pushes this little switch, well this switch which is up here, and it just basically smashes the little piece of plastic that holds it in there. So basically what I'm going to do, I've had a look at this and it's I've looked, basically you need to hold this switch in place there, and I think my solution, I was going to glue it in. Yeah, the plastic that holds the button has snapped. That's exactly right. So I'm gonna probably put a little screw behind that switch just to hold it in, and I'll probably get some glue in there as well. So I think first things first, I'm gonna put a drill down there. Who's bought me a coffee tonight? Has anyone bought me a coffee tonight? Because you should. I would. I've already bought myself a coffee today though, so I'll let you guys pick up the slack. Alright, so I'm just going to put a small screw and drill a, I want to say it's a 2mm hole, 2.5 maybe, in here. And that should give me enough room to get a screw behind that switch. I reckon that'll do it. Just enough to give it some support at the back, I reckon. Like, if you are heavy-handed on the trigger, you're going to go straight through it. It's not a real strong bit of gear. So on the close up there, so I just put a hole here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these little screws, which is like a body screw out of a, I don't know, Gen 8 blaster or something. I'm just going to pop that in behind the switch to hold that switch in place. Now, I guess, and I'll put some hot glue in there as well. I guess maybe if I get some coffees tonight, I might buy someone a Glock, something. I guess maybe. I guess it depends on how I feel at the end of the stream and how many people have bought me coffee. If I can afford a Glock, then someone will get one. Might as well be you. I know James Crabtree's already there. He's already bought me a coffee, I bet. I don't know if you can pay by PayPal. I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, James Crabtree is definitely already there. Neon Blister didn't leave a name, so it's going to be hard for me to work out who you are. Just saying, if you do buy me a coffee, if you put the in the comment, maybe even just whack your name in the comment as well, because then that just makes it easier on me to work out who you are, because you know, Neon Blister. Oh, at least your name is the same as your email, so I know who you are, kinda, if that works. Alright, so I'm gonna just get whacking with that screw, get it in there, and I'll get some hot glue behind there as well, because I'll have a good bit of hot glue. You can never have too much hot glue, I don't think. Now this will make it maybe a little bit ugly on the outside, I guess, But if it holds your switch in, who cares? That's what I say. So we're going there, basically. There's a screw. I suppose if I wanted to be really fancy, I would countersink it, which I just might do that later on. Maybe not on the live stream, but later on when I've got some spare time, I'll countersink that, and that will hold that button in place in conjunction with a little bit of hot glue. So I'm going to put that screw in, and I'm going to put some hot glue in there as well. And just because I feel hot glue alone would not hold it, and neither would the screw alone. So I think the screw and hot glue. And if you've got a Glock where you've pulled the trigger too hard and smashed out the switch, the plastic that holds the switch in the back, like this one, then I'm sure you will appreciate this. So I'm just going to get in there with some hot glue. Okay, apparently my hot glue gun's not hot enough yet, so we'll just wait a little bit. Wait for that hot glue gun to heat up. How do you make the Glock more powerful? I'll cover that. I'll cover that later on. I will. Whereabouts? I put. Alright, while we're waiting, I'm going to take this out. And guess what I'm going to do? Yeah, you guessed it. I can't help myself. Can't help myself. Can't find my countersinking bit, but I think this plastic is soft enough if I just rub it with this. Yeah, that'll do the job quite nicely. If you accepted crypto, I'd buy more. You and your cryptocurrency. Love it. Alright, now let's get some hot glue in there. You guys ever seen a pro hot gluer? There's like whole YouTube channels that are like dedicated to hot gluing shit to other shit. And when they put the hot glue gun on, they like twirl it around a bit as they move it away to stop the spider webs from happening, but I'm not that pro with the hot glue, I guess. Just not pro enough. Which one's better, RX Deagle or SKD Glock? The Deagle is easily better in every possible way, except for the original orange trigger, which was hectic at braking. The new one's got a nylon trigger, so it's yeah, blow on it. That'll cool it down quicker. The new one's actually got a nylon trigger. I had one here a couple of hours ago, and it's gone now. But yeah, that's an improvement. The Deagle is an awesome. Hold on, I'll grab another one. The Deagle is an awesome pistol, with one exception: form factor. Look at this. So, the cool thing about the Glock 18 is that it's small and it's holsterable. It's easily holsterable. Let me grab something to demo. There we go. Alright, so if you have one of these, holstered, and that is nice and simple. The holster and the Glock is still not as big as the Deagle. The Deagle is more powerful every day of the week. It's also, in my opinion, it's a nicer blaster. However, limitations are this standard orange trigger. This is a Gen 1. Like the Gen 2 has actually got a nylon trigger, so that would be better. However, it's so big. Look at how big this thing is. I tried skirmishing with this as a sidearm one time, and it was just so big. It was so big that it's not like a real Deagle. It's not practical. It's cool and it's big, but it's not practical. And the mag is small. With the Glock 18, at least you can get the extended mag, which is ugly, but practical. Alright. Let me just check some stuff. Just checking how many people are buying me coffee. Alright. Back to the Glocks. Alright, this should be dry enough now. That should work. Alright. So this should now all fit back together again. Trigger button works. Put these little mag tabs back in and tuck them into the little wire holder spots. A lot of tiny little wires inside the G18. Can only afford a coffee one. Is there a new Glock besides the P1? P1. Barnsey. There's a reason that I don't have PayPal available, and unfortunately that's how it is at this time. Alright, this should be good to go. I'm just going to whack this back together. One of the cool things I like about the G18 is how simple it is to tear down. Although when you are putting it back together, it does help if you put the mag release in. That's always a handy thing to do, which I just didn't do because I left it over here. For some reason these ones have a clear mag release. I don't know why that is. The original generation of the SKD Glock had a black mag release, and then for some reason they changed to clear somewhere along the line. Not sure why, but that happened. Alright. Have I tried the 7 to 12 volt step up? I ordered a step up DC to DC converter yonks ago, and it still hasn't arrived. So I mean, I want to do it. There's a number of things that I want to do with these G18s. I mean, I've got those slides as well. So I've got, like, you know, the cool slides to go on the top. These ones. I got these slides and these ones. Have you seen those? Yeah, so I got, but again, I haven't got the converter yet, the DC to DC converter. So I don't want to put that on until I've got the DC to DC converter. So, you know, waiting for that to arrive. It's like, didn't you guys watch the Skid Factory? Where's my Skid Factory fans at? Clear. Excellent, cool. Okay, Skid Factory. Right, so there's an episode of the Skid Factory. It's the episode where they're building the turbo diesel patrol. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking about this from memory, and Al takes the diesel pump, I think it's the diesel fuel pump, to a diesel fuel pump specialist to get it fixed. Or when I say fixed, I think it was actually hotting it up so it was able to pump more diesel to support the boost that he was going to be running. And the next scene has Al sitting by his letterbox, sitting by his mailbox for about 15 to 20 minutes or something, and maybe not that long, but it feels like you know, he's just sitting there forever, and is waiting for the parts to arrive. And that's pretty much how I feel. That scene, I love that scene. I've watched it over and over again, and I'm just like, that scene is a meme in itself. It's meme worthy. That's me waiting for blaster parts to arrive. Yeah, I mean Turbo Yoda. Al, you know who I mean. Don't pretend like you don't know who I mean. All right, so let's see. All right, that works. And the only way you can tell that it's been slightly modified is if you look really close. If you look really, really close, you can see the screw here. So that's the only way to tell. So I'm happy with that. And if that gets you guys out of a bind with your broken Glock triggers, then you got to be happy with that too. Alright, that's one down. Who's next? You guys know how to tear these down, right? Done it before, yeah? I'm sure you have. But just for those at home who don't know how to tear them down, what you need to do is drop this pin here. Pops out the other side. You may need a pair of pliers or something to grab on that. Pull it out the other side. Once that has been dropped out, you can just pull the slide slightly forward and slightly forward and up, and the slide comes off. Simple as that. Complain on the Facebook. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Airsoft type pop-ups, yeah. Yeah, airsoft pop-ups don't work, just so you know. Not for gel. It's a different thing. Alright, looks like, I'm pretty sure this one has the same problem as the last one, so I hate to be repeating myself, but I'm going to do it again. So if you do need to get deeper into the G18, if you just need to change a spring, then once you got the slide off, it's literally that easy to change the spring. But if you need to get deeper in, then you got to take these screws out of the body. Can you get stronger springs? Yeah, I changed these out. I changed the Glock springs to Gen 8 springs all day, every day. I just cut like 2 or 3 coils off the Gen 8 spring. I'll do that before the stream's over, if that's what you want. If I get enough coffee. So everyone bought me a coffee? You know what bugs me about these Glocks? When you take them apart, you've actually got to cut the little sticker to split the two halves, which is kind of annoying. I could have designed it in a way that didn't require you to break the sticker. Mind you, these things are usually filled with so much oil the sticker just comes off anyway, so whatever. Alright, looks like we're probably looking at the same sort of deal as before. Oh, guess what, we are. In case you didn't see it the first time. Oh, that's not it. That's it. Alright, she's gone again. So, yeah, that little piece of plastic in the back there, supposed to hold the switch. If you get a bit hammy on it, she just breaks straight through. It doesn't shoot it doesn't shoot harder if you pull the trigger harder. Alright. I guess I'll just drill this one too. It's a pretty simple mod to do actually. If you own a Glock, I'd probably do this. I'd just do it. Before you even get like before you start doing anything too hectic, just put a little screw in here. I will tell you what size this drill bit is, so you can know. Uh, 2mm, or for the pedantic out there, it's a 1.97. But 2mm is probably what that's classified as. And I don't know if you saw this before, I'm just using this because I couldn't find my countersinking bit. I'm just rubbing this on the body by hand, and that's enough just to give a little bit for the screw to countersink into. Just get the swarf out of there. Ever thought about running a small Patreon? What do you think Buy Me a Coffee is? It is a small Patreon. The thing about Patreon is, I think, I mean, I like Buy Me a Coffee because you can choose or you can choose not to buy me a coffee. Completely up to you. Whereas Patreon, you sort of got to have monthly contributions, and then I don't know, it just seems like something I wouldn't do. I don't really expect other people to do it. Does that make sense to anyone? Probably not. Alright. 3, 4, 5. 5 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's one in there. So 6 screws in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, cool. Alright. We're sort of on track. Now I just need to find myself a small body screw. Do the same job I did last time. Alright. crypto people can tip you with no fees. Yeah, I guess there's several different ways to skin cats. Alright, so again, that is a nice fit for the screw and the switch. If you missed it last time, there, does work, but just for good measure, I'm going to whack some hot glue in there as well. I think I'm at the end of my stick. Or something. It's not coming through. Hot glue gun down. Oh, okay, it's not on. Derp. Gotta let my hot glue gun heat up again. So I turned it off before. Alright. What else is going on? Can't use it. Show your face. No, I'm not showing my face. Gave that one up last time. Jilko, what's up? Imagine putting a MOSFET in these Glocks. Well, they already have one. It's right here. But for what it's worth, I do have a MOSFET, another different MOSFET that's capable of more than that one, in a bag over there somewhere. It's I think it's an easy fit. I want to say it's an easy fit. It could be anything really, I wouldn't know. Have a look. No, it's not an easy fit, it's just a generic fit. Generic single MOSFET switch. Actually, it's a double MOSFET switch, it's got active braking. So there is this, if you're familiar with that, and that could replace that because it's small enough to fit in there, and you could run 11 volts on that as well. If you wanted to. I am going to do a video later on which is going to be more involved in modifying Glocks, but I wanted it to be a something that I actually edit together properly and not a live stream, just for, I don't know, just the ease of actually making it easier for people to see. Gas powered. I'm not sure that gas powered is I don't think that's gonna fly in Australia. I've said it a million times. I mean, I don't see that happening. If it does, cool, but yeah, I'm not holding my breath. Is LDT HK416 have my tick of approval? It is the best out-of-the-box blaster you can currently buy. It has my tick of approval. Just as long as you buy it from someone who has some sort of reputable Australian selling warehouse. If you end up getting it drop shipped from China, it'll come in a box of 1,000 pieces with a fire truck. flex or Any recommendations to strengthen the spring guide? In the Glock, I guess you could 3D print one. Like, does it need? How often do they break? I've never seen one break. Except for the lack of a mag primer. Yeah, mag primer is not a deal breaker in my books. I mean, it's a nice to have, but I mean, there's so many good blasters that don't have mag primers. For some reason, Jinming completely, aside from the Scar, they completely ignore mag priming as a standard option, except they rig all their blaster bodies to be compatible if you choose to. So that's kind of interesting, I thought. I'll do this thing that they do. The pros. It doesn't frickin' work. YouTube lied to me! Damn it. They lied to me through song. Hate it when they do that. Alright, so I think that's probably that one good to go. Just wait for that to dry and put it together. You broke your spring retainer. You could probably just get another one. The Kublai is not the only one that comes with a fire truck. Basically anything that comes drop shipped from some direct from China shonky dealer will drop ship with a fire truck. Alright, so I'll put this one back together. Pretty sure that should do that. Yeah, looks good. These mag terminals in the right way. Positive is to the rear, negative is to the front. They do slide into these little slots that are allocated somewhat. Probably should have had like a little bit of hot glue on them too, but oh well. And make sure that make sure your little fet board sits down in its home as well. Another trick with these is don't leave them turned on, because they will die just from sitting there. They will kill the battery, and I mean like kill it good, kill it dead. How's Umpy? Umpy's on the wall behind me. Do you want to see it? Is Nene here? Where's Nene? Yeah. Umpy's good. Don't forget the mag release. Yes, don't forget the mag release. That's wise words. The mag release on these is actually really strange, the way it's designed. It just sort of sits in there. So like if you don't have it, just sort of sits in there, and the spring just sort of sits there. And then you have to sort of line it up with the shell when you put it on. I'm not really sure why or how that's even stays in there when the blaster's together. Like, not really sure how that actually works. It just seems to, like, when the shell's together, it's obviously got something that holds it in there, and then when you take it apart, it just drops out. And the little spring fell off. Maybe I should put a mag in there, and that'll hold it. Ah, hot glue. Oh, you son of a bitch. This is what happens when you do live streams. Everything falls apart. Can you get Metal Gears? No, you can't get Metal Gears for the Glock. I don't know why that is. It seems like it would be a good thing to have. Why did the first one go together so easy and then this one wants to play silly buggers with me? Maybe it's because I'm trying to do it over here in front of the camera and not over here where I can actually see what I'm doing. That's probably got it's probably half the story. Or something. What's wrong with your LH org? Lee Hui. Alright, that's better. What's wrong with it? What's it doing and what's it not doing? Does it still have the Fable box? The Fable box is dead. The Fable box is like... The Fable box lasted one video. I pulled that box apart after making the video because it was such a pile of crap. I mean, the Fable box, technically I guess it's still there. Like, it's still sitting around, but it's so annoying. I don't know if you could tell by the tone in the video, but by the time I'd got that thing operational, I was just so over it. I mean, it's not impossible to make a ridiculous FPS blaster, but it's just so not worth it. The thing was wildly inaccurate. Like, so inaccurate. It was so... I don't know, like... Every time you pulled the trigger, you had to, like, sort of hold your breath because you thought it was going to kill you. Or something. I don't know, it was... Or kill itself. More than likely. I think Nini's actually not available tonight, but if she was in the live stream, I would bring Umpy on. Alright. Something's wrong. Oh. That's what it is. This one seems to have a broken slide. Which is interesting. Maybe I should swap it out with a slide that's not broken, and then use the broken one on a slide replacement video. Maybe I'll do that. But for now, next. Oh, I guess we should test it. Hey, do you want me to actually shoot the guns that I've fixed here? Who wants that? No one wants that. Oh, that sounds good. Alright. Next. How do we get down to 5 Glocks? What's this one got wrong with it? Ooh, that one's actually good. That was actually good. Alright, next. Alright, so this one's mine. This may have a spring, an upgraded spring in it. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Should I just punch it out and have a look what's in it? See what's in it. One of these had an upgraded spring, and it could be this one, but it might not be. Nope, standard spring. I think I might have kept the standard spring because I was going for fire rate, and when you go down the upgraded spring route, you lose fire rate. And at the time, I was trying to do an 11 volt conversion in these, and I did fabricate an 11 volt battery. So that is an 11 volt. There you go, 3 cell, 11 volt battery. And the idea was that it was going to be to replace that one. And it didn't fit by like a bee's dick. Like, it was just a bee's dick too wide to fit in there nicely. Like, it was so close, unbelievably close, but didn't fit. Alright, so this one's missing a it's missing a mag release. So I think I know what's wrong with that one. Mag release missing would be, let's see what's in that. Stock spring. Mag release missing. Should I get a bell? Ding! Chrono. You want me to chrono it? You want me to chrono the standard Glocks? I can do that. What I'll do is I'll take one of these Glocks that's got a standard spring in it. I'll whack a Gen 8 spring in it, and then I'll chrono the 2 of them. Does that sound fair? Put some weight on the battery and press it down to size. I'm not going to do that, because not sure if serious, but I've had enough dealings with the lipos to know that I don't want to fuck with them. Alright, look at that, fortunately. Here's a mag release that I bought earlier. Happens to be a black one. because I don't really know why at one stage they decided to go to clear, which is weird considering everyone sort of buys blackout kits and replaces all the orange bits with black bits. Why would you keep the mag release clear? Unless the mag release was something that breaks, which I've never seen. The things that generally tend to break are these. The gears on the plunger. Guess you could call it the ladder gear. So I've always called it. Has everyone been buying me coffee? Hey, has anyone not bought me a coffee yet? Because I reckon I'm probably going to give a Glock away at the end of the live stream. Just saying. Just checking. And just for what it's worth, I'm going back to last week. I'm going back a week. So even if you haven't bought me a coffee tonight, but if you bought me a coffee last week, and I am talking to you, Daryl, you will be possibly likely for me to buy you a Glock. Just saying. Just saying. If you want it. I mean, if you don't, then fine, that's fine too. I'm totally cool with all of that. Get you a coffee before the game. Nightmare Tech, you know it's a euphemism, right? You know I don't really want an actual physical cup of coffee. Daryl. But Darren, you too. Because I like you, Darren. Will I be doing a review of the SSG 69 style sniper rifle anytime soon? No, and no, I didn't try that string to int on the code. I just haven't. I've been too busy to be coding, but I think Nini actually gave the code to someone else who put some more code into it. So I'm really not sure where that code's at the moment. I am it's no doubt I'm a caffeine addict. Like, don't get me wrong, Jelko. I love caffeine, but it is a euphemism. Only 80% of my wage goes into buying caffeine. You know. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's all that one needs. I'll slide back on that. Feels good. Alright. Set that one there. And what do we got left? Oh, this one. Righto, this one. You'll notice when I took the slide off that the spring just fell on the desk. And why is that? because there's something missing. This one does not have a plunger. You will notice, because I cop a lot of shit for not being prepared for my live stream, I did a little bit of preparation this time, and I did actually provide a link to where you can buy spare parts for these and where you can actually buy them from as well. So as well as the buy me a coffee link as well, because that's the most important one, let's not forget. Like, the other ones are important too, I guess. Like, it's all important. But yeah, if you need to buy these parts, there's a link there. Use it. And also, there's the link to buy me a coffee as well. I'm going to put a load of top oil into this. A load. This is a completely dry plunger. These things are usually chock-a-block full of oil. Like when they come from the factory, the Glocks are just so full of oil that it's just running down the sides of the blaster when you take it out of the box. Alright. Yes, those of you who... Tax office. Does it count as a business expense? Do I have to claim coffees bought for me on tax? Yeah, I actually do. Have you seen the manual Glock with the mag primer on a G19? Seems to be sturdy. Maybe, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know. Now, those of you who have seen these before, or have broken these break often. These little plungers. So I will go close up for this. Alright. Yeah, and some people did point out that it does have a stainless barrel. These barrels are horrible, by the way. This particular Glock will be the mule for my build that I do when I change the slide. So I'm going to keep that barrel, but I am going to drill it out, and I'm probably going to put a different aluminium barrel on the inside of that, because I think you'll find that this is a standard 9mm barrel, 9.5mm barrel, on the outside, that is, outside diameter. Where are we on camera? Am I on camera? There we go. Okay, look at this. Look at that. The actual inside of this barrel. I don't know if you... there. Okay, yeah, the inside of this barrel will go down there. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to run probably a 10mm drill or something, 9.5mm drill, down the center of this, drill it out, get rid of all the bullshit that's in there, and then probably just run a standard, off camera, there we go, run a standard aluminium barrel inside there, just replace that all the way down. But that's later, that's another day, I'm not doing that tonight. I only buy coffee, keep saying insufficient funds. Alright, so with these, you just sort of got to force them in, kind of thing. There's two rails. Where's my... there. There's rail on each side, here and here, and they got to fit in there. You sort of you just got to put them in there and sort of flex the slide a bit and just pop them in. It's a little bit awkward to do when you're trying to do it in front of a camera, not in front of where you're sitting. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. But you basically got to just lever the thing apart a little bit so that you can get that thing in there. There we go. The real problem with the Glock is I'm not blessing them. There's at least, it's not a Glock, but there is one pistol somewhere that was blessed. I might have to, I don't know if I'm probably doing this off camera because this is actually a real pain to get these into the slot. Alright, halfway there. Ah, she just popped out again. If anyone's like got a legit easier way of doing this, you can let me know, because if there's a way of doing this that I'm doing wrong, I'm open for suggestions, because I've never actually known any other way of doing this other than just jamming them in. Flathead. And of course, because I'm live streaming it, it's being more difficult than usual. Which always seems to be the case, doesn't it? Usually goes in relatively easily. It slides in. I just need to get the outer in. Hang on. Put that out. it's probably easier if you do maybe one at a time. Seems to be not wanting to go in. Alright. Strong coffee. Yeah, it seems like usually I would put one in and then push the other side down, but it just doesn't seem to do it tonight. This is the right part, I think. Let me have a look at it off camera. This is going to be one of those episodes where it just fucking goes on forever and ever. Alright, so ah, got it. Alright. Ta-da! That was freaking painful. Alright. So, for some reason that one was more painful than it needed to be, but they're usually not that difficult to get in. Where's my camera? There. Alright. So, that's now in there. Alright. Let's not dwell on this. Let's keep moving forward. Alright, that's cool. Now, I guess last but not least, I'll whack a bigger spring into one of them. What's this one got? No problems. Alright. So what I will do is I will set up my chrono. Set up my chrono. About there somewhere. There we go. See that? Alright, what I'm going to do get a handful of Milkies. I'm just gonna drop them all over my bench. Fill up that mag with Milkies. And I will I think this one has good battery. Alright, cool. Alright, this one sounds horrible. Horrible. So it's probably going to be like very, very low FPS. Oh yeah, 120s, 125, 123, 125. Yeah, alright, so that's about what you expect from one of these blasters, roughly, give or take. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smash this out. Take that slide out. Oh, with Milkies and everything. Where's the smartass who's going to have a go at me for disassembling a loaded gun or something? Alright, I've got a Gen 8 mag. I'm swapping screens. Spring, not mag. Swapping screens so you can see what I'm doing here. Gen 8 spring. And I'm just going to off camera cut it. Just cut about that much off, roughly. That might be a bit too much. We'll see how that goes, and if I gotta, I'll take another coil off. Alright, so out of balls. Alright, so we're now up around the 180. .178 FPS. I think that was I'll fill up the mag again. .180, 184, 177. There you go. Alright, that was fun. So that's what I do if I want to upgrade the spring in a Glock, because Gen 8 standard springs are free. To me anyway, because I've got a box of them for every single one that I've upgraded. Yeah, I don't recommend, if you want the longevity of your Glock to last a long time, I don't recommend doing it, but someone mentioned it earlier on, what I do if I upgrade springs in it, and that's what I do. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, because there's no metal gears. Although, to be honest, I've never stripped gears in a Glock. The only thing I tend to find breaks is the ladder gear breaks off the plunger. So, before you bother getting metal gears, oh, you can hear it slower for sure. The battery on that is also unknown. I probably haven't charged that battery. I just literally pulled it out of a cupboard that it hasn't been used in months. And it's obviously going to be slower because it's pushing back a heavier spring. But yeah, like I said, longevity, probably wouldn't recommend it because it will definitely lower the longevity of your blaster. But having said that, I've never seen a Glock strip gears. I've only ever seen them break ladders off plungers, and that happens on a stock one. So yeah. Now, up to you. Now, who hasn't bought me a coffee? Just saying. Let me see. I see Sean B's in there again. Good on you, Sean B. Alright. I am going to hit refresh. I'm going to hit refresh one more time, so you've got the next 30 seconds in which to buy me a coffee, if you want to. And that's it, we're done. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put all that information into a random line generator. And I'm going to hit it until I get a comment, a name, I should say. Potentially also a comment. I'll do names or comments, but I won't do email addresses because I don't want to dox anyone. I don't want to give away anyone's deets, which is why I'm not doing this on screen. Just so you're aware. Yeah. Alright. Casper Snowed. Who is Casper Snowed? Are you here, Casper Snowed? Let me see. Casper Snowed. I don't even know who that is. Hello, Casper Snowed. Where's Casper Snowed? Modding video M4SS. Not really. I did have an M4SS that I worked on once, and I actually ended up blowing the MOSFET in that video, which I then replaced, and then it was fine. The M4SS is one of those I don't know, like it's a great gearbox because it's basically a Gen 8 clone, and Gen 8's the best gearbox. So yeah, I mean I don't love the blaster. I reckon the M4SS would be a great blaster if you just pull everything off of it and use it as a base to build something else. Casper's not here? Alright, man. Yes, Gen 8 is the best gearbox. Don't even argue. There's no arguments. Alright. Yeah, Casper ghosted us. Alright, sorry Casper. You had your chance. Redraw. Redraw it is. Who's it gonna be? Pissed again. Pissed 0 again. Are you in the chat? Let me have a look. Pissed 0 again. I don't know if these are your YouTube names or no. Pissed 0 again is in here. I've seen him chat. Hey, there he is. There he is. Alright, bro. Hey, Sean B. Did you get your M24 from last week? Did you receive it? Ah, excellent. Sweet. Awesome chips. Alright, cool. I'm going to put my email in here. Don't worry, rude dude, you'll get something. One day. Yeah, just go easy on the standard plastic bolt. Because, yeah, peace out, James. Maybe next time. Because I know it does have a habit of breaking those standard bolts. But if you do get the metal bolt kit, they're sweet as. Alright, so, pissed 0 again. You gotta email me. And Who's Ruben? Who's Ruben? Ruben, you gotta stop fucking with me, man. Ruben be emailing me, telling me that he's the guy who wins. I know it's not him, because I know the email address of the people who win, because it comes up on the comment that they've put. So, yeah, don't email me if you're not piss zero again. Don't email me saying that you've won, because I'm not going to send you shit. Alright? Yeah, alright. Was there anything... I guess I'll take this off. You don't need that anymore. Alright. Can you just email me some feet pictures? If you email me feet pictures, I guarantee I will not buy you anything. Guaranteed. Alright. What else are we doing? Are we done? I guess I'll check my email, see if I got an email. But I think that's it for tonight. I think we're done here. I fixed all the broken Glocks that I had. Yeah, send all your Sean B, if you go back to the video where I did the metal bolt, I've actually put a link down there, but on the other video, I put a link to the metal bolt where you can get it cheap. 1 coffee equals 1 feet pick for the boys. No. Alright. Peace out, guys. We done.